I got up early to do this today, folks. Just wait and get some people in here. Sentencing day. Hang on, folks. I get this laundry J in my mouth over here because I got dry mouth. Sharon, how are you? Good morning. We're waiting for the action and a half. There's my friend Crazy Chris. How are you, kid? Sentencing day. Everybody's giving their speculation of how much time you think that he's going to get. Folks, I've been right there myself. I know normally a sentencing hearing lasts 30 to 45 minutes. This one could possibly last all day and might continue on Monday. I hope not. I could tell you I could stick here all day. But waiting for inner city press to come over here. Diddy's getting hit with a lot of cases. I hope Judge Subterranean is seeing all this. I would assume he is. Hang on, I got the laundry day. I had dry mouth. And I figured out I'm getting it from my coffee. Is that crazy? Okay. Now we got somebody from Australia. How you doing, buddy? Let's.
Okay, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Interstate Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse.
I'm waiting. I got to figure out how to get inner city press over here. He's going live. I don't know when. But let me tell you about from my book, Sentencing Day. Metropolitan Detention Center, Brooklyn, New York, September 7th, 2010. 15 years ago, folks. The door to my cell was opened early, about 4 a.m. A guard, dressed in his neatly pressed uniform, stepped inside to wake me. I was already awake, though, and had been for hours, wondering if I made a mistake. Later in the morning, I'd be in federal courtroom where a judge would pass sentence on me. A term from 97 to 110 months in a federal prison. I agreed to that amount of time in a plea deal. See, I took a plea deal, folks, because if I went to trial, I'd still be in prison. So, anyway, getting on with it, I was having second thoughts. If I'd gone to the trial, could I have beaten the charges? Could I have walked out of court a totally free man as I sat on my bunk, staring at the wall? I began to think maybe I could have. Knock it off, I told myself. What's done is done. They charged me under RICO, the federal government's most effective weapon against organized crime. If you fought and lost, which most defendants did, they threw the fucking book at you. That point was driven home to me by my friend and fellow inmate Anthony Chico and Chico. While he was while we were in the courthouse bullpen, which is below the court, the day before I accepted the government's offer. Spado, take the plea and you'll see daylight soon. You've been here for 30 months. After you get the good time credit you got coming, you'll be out quick. If you go to trial, they'll shut your lights out. As I recall that conversation, my confidence returned. I made the right move. After showering and dressing in my olive colored jumpsuit, I grabbed my cup, went down to the first floor of my tier, and fixed myself a coffee. I bought the instant coffee from the commissary and just had to add hot water. After that, I was taken downstairs where I swapped my jumpsuit for my court apparel. A blue shirt and tan pants. And then the shackles were put on. The first time I've been shackled after being arrested, it really bothered me. And so did the first time I was put in a cell and the door clanged shut. If I didn't already know I'd lost my freedom, I sure as hell knew it then. But that was years ago. By now, I've been transported back and forth to court so many times and heard that cell door so often, the effect was gone. Securely chained, the marshals put me and the other inmates going to court on the prison bus for the trip to the federal courthouse in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn, I was in the Eastern District. Once there, we were placed in large holding cells under the courthouse called bullpens when our shackles were removed. Now it was just a matter of waiting to be called upstairs to face Judge Brian Colby. Folks, that's how my book began. That was 15 years ago. That's seems like a long time, but it wasn't. So, yes, Sissy Sensei today. You know, folks, I never seen a sentencing like this in my entire life. I mean, they're going to play a video. Did you see the video? Somebody posted it. It's a video of him with his kids when they were little. Who cares? Who cares? And four of his lawyers would get up and speak. In addition, they got Cassie, they got Otherwood. Folks, this is a dog and pony show. This is not a sentencing. And this judge is going overboard to support the defense. I think all Judge Submarine has done a good job here. They're showing the video on News Nation right now, okay, of all the good things he did. Just sentence the guy, send him away, or whatever you're going to do with him. But my God, they're wasting our taxpayer money like crazy on this guy. Stephen Moore, how you doing, buddy? Huh? Oh my God, 7 family. We don't know. The consensus is from a bunch of lawyers that the judge is going to go somewhere in between what the prosecution wants, what the defense wants. So they're predicting somewhere between 5 and 7 years. Okay? Thank you, James. Look, old man, you bought that house for a handful of pennies. I don't know who you are. I didn't buy the house. Yeah, the most predictions are 5 to 7 years. And
Yes.
let's see, I got to find it over here. I got Inner City Press. Forgive me, postcard. I'm not a tech savvy guy.
Turns out that at least 4 of his lawyers want to speak.
Yeah, 4 of his lawyers are going to speak. Give me a break. Where are you now? Matthew. I heard the video.
Thank you.
There he is with his 2 little daughters. They're grown kids now. Folks, you know all bad guys have done good things. All bad guys do good things. Not totally bad. But let's take these here Winnie's daughters were little kids. That's when Kim Porter was alive. It's, where was he with his kids when he was having all these parties going on for days and days? He wasn't with his kids. Where are you in the city, friend? He's done so much. There's so many cases come out, younger kids, okay? And even a lawyer I listened to this morning, I said, there's drugs all over the place, him buying, giving it out. He said it was such an easy case if they charged him with drugs and guns. But Maureen Comey didn't do that. And I've been saying it from the beginning. She had nailed on those charges. A jury would have found him guilty easily. But she tried to put it under a RICO. She didn't do that. Because RICO is very hard for people to understand. Everybody thinks it's just for people like me, being Italian and organized crime. But it's for a lot of other purposes. They use it a lot in civil courts. But in that case, she should not have used it. Because with the drugs and with the guns, she would have had minimum mandatory sentencing guidelines. She didn't do that. Now she's crying because Trump got rid of her and put his own guy there, Jay Clayton. All right, give me a break. Recorded with the Colombo crime family. Somebody just asked me, what family was I with? I was indicted, Colombo crime family, RICO indictment with 14 others. Yeah, it was a real thing. And my U.S. attorney was Elizabeth Geddes in the Eastern District, who was the same U.S. attorney to put R. Kelly away. Okay? Maureen Comey can't shine her shoes. I know somewhere over here is this guy going live. Why can't I find it? Or has he not started? Must be in the courtroom. I don't think he could report from the courtroom. I thought that they do. Judge's clerk, are we ready to proceed? What was that, Mr. Donna? Just went back in the holding cell, yeah. Now waiting for Cone to be brought in. Sean Cone is brought in a white shirt. He puts his papers under the table, leans back, and blows a kiss to the gallery. His mother, Brian, still standing next to him, whispering in his ear. Okay, now the U.S. versus Sean Combs sentencing starts. U.S. wants 11 years. He wants time served. Today he has a video and at least 4 lawyers to speak. Opposed Mia, but she will speak in the city press. Wrote the book. I don't know what that means. So that's not much happening right now. They're just getting ready. Uh, that's that's it up to date. He hasn't written back unless I'm doing this wrong. Just waiting over here, folks. Bear with me. I apologize. Okay. Uh, I need my son for this. It's actually too early in the morning for him. This is what everybody else uses. But me, not being tech savvy, what do I know about this? I said, just hit the button. Where are you? I guess he's not saying anything. I don't know, folks. I'm not doing this right. Folks, I apologize. I wanted to give you a blow-by-blow as things were going on in the court. Unfortunately, I'm not tech savvy enough, all right, to know how to do this here. Okay? Where is gas 29 cents? I have 3 children on that. All great kids. God bless. They were there for me through my whole journey through the federal prison. All right, folks, I'm not able to do this here. I'm going to come back later after I hear what's going on in the court. I don't know how to do this. I apologize. Okay, and we don't have many people here. Anyways, so everybody have a blessed day. All my love and respect to you. Thank you.